So I wanted to share a body talk technique called Cortices, and it's one of the foundational techniques in the body talk system, which is a form of conscious energy medicine. It's a modality that I am trained in and that I utilize for myself personally on a daily basis, as well as when I work with people. And sometimes I bring it into my yoga classes or different things that I'm sharing with people. So Cortices is a really great technique to help balance and integrate the brain. It works with the four different lobes of the brain: the occipital lobe, the parietal lobe, the frontal lobe, and the temporal lobes of the brain. So it helps to bring balance and synchronicity back into the brain. And so many of us are in a state of stress or fight or flight reaction that it helps to balance that out so that our brain can function more optimally and help to create better health within our body. So it's really amazing how many different things this technique can help with, and it's very simple and easy. It's something that you can do anytime. I do it every day in the morning, and I've also, started to use it since I learned it many, many years ago to anytime I'm feeling like really stressed or overwhelmed, or if I'm injured, or if I'm having pain in a certain area, or I just have something going on in my life, or I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed, or even just to help balance my brain before I have to do something that I'm focusing on. So before I did my test and my practicum and my teacher training, I did the Cortices technique to help my body to focus. So it's great for kids before courses. It's amazing for any kind of injuries, all kinds of different things. So the first thing that we do, it's a series of tapping where we're tapping on the top of the brain. So you want your fingers wide so that you're hitting both hemispheres, the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. And so you alternate with tapping on the brain, and then we tap on the heart center, and then we come down to the gut brain, or right in the abdominal area. So there's several different hand positions, and the first one is right here, right at the base of the skull and at that occipital lobe. So we're going to start here, and then we move our hand up midline along the brain, and that's helping to cover every aspect of the brain. And then at the last hand positions, we're touching the temporal lobe. So the first one is at the occipital lobe. So you'll have your hand here, and then you take your other hand and you're tapping on the top of your brain. I like to inhale as I tap on the top of the brain, and then exhale, coming down to the heart center and to the gut brain. I'm sorry, I know you can't see where I'm tapping, but basically I'm tapping it on my stomach. So coming back up to the brain, making sure your hands are wide so you're hitting both sides of the brain. Inhale here, exhale, coming to the heart center, and then down to the gut brain or the abdomen. So I like to do 2 deep breaths in each hand position, and then I'll come up to the next hand position. So we're really just coming right up above where we were. And then we're going to tap on the top of our brain as we inhale, exhale, coming to the heart center, and then down to the abdomen or the gut brain. Inhale at the top of the brain, exhale, coming to the heart center and the gut brain. And then we're just going to move our hand up right above where it was. Same thing. And often here you're going to be tapping right on your hand as you inhale here, exhale, coming to the heart center and the gut brain. Inhale and exhale. And I like to do nice deep inhales and exhales because none of us breathe enough consciously. And then we'll come up. Our last hand position ends up right above the eyebrows. So everybody's head is a little bit different size. So, for my head, it takes 4 hand positions. Babies or little kids, it's less, or animals, it's less. So everybody's different. Same thing, we're coming up here, tapping on the top of the brain as we inhale. Exhale, come to the heart center and the gut brain. And now we've done the whole brain, but we're going to come to the temporal brain so that your hand is just literally right above your ears. right along the limbic brain or the temporal lobes of the brain. Take a deep breath here and exhale. And then take one hand off and tap, just like we did before. Same thing, tapping on the top of the brain, then exhaling, coming to the heart center and to the gut brain. And then bring your hand back into the temporal lobe or the limbic brain. Take a nice deep breath here. And then take the other hand and tap. Bring your hand back here, take a nice deep breath. And exhale. And that's cortices. It's real simple. Once you've done it a few times, you'll have it down and you can do it pretty quickly and easily. The nice thing about it is that you can also do it for children, you can do it for animals, you can even do it from a distance with somebody because it's energy work. So energy has no boundaries. So you can do this technique on yourself while you're fully focusing and intending on another person. And I always, it's important to have permission from somebody to do a technique on them that can help balance them. Of course, if it's your children and they're not old enough to say yes, of course that's okay. But it's important that if you're working with somebody that they know that you're doing the technique on them and that it's in their wishes to receive it. So one of the other things that's really great about this technique is that you can use it with a procedure called fast aid. And basically fast aid is just doing 3 sets of cortices. So you do the first set just normally like we just did. And then finish that and you put your focus and intention on wherever you're feeling out of balance. If you have a headache, you can bring that attention to wherever you're hurting in your head. If you hurt your finger, you can put your hands over your finger or touch it or put your full intention and focus there. Wherever it is on your body, just put your intention and focus on that area or even touch it and, bring your energy right to that area. And then you'll do cortices again while you're intending and focusing on the injured area to be healed. And then you do a 3rd set of cortices, just regular cortices, and that's called fast aid. And if you do know the musculoskeletal reciprocals, if you've done like the BodyTalk Access course, then if it's, so say it was your left knee, your reciprocal to the left knee is the right elbow. And then you can hold that reciprocal or, hold the elbow and the knee, put your intention and focus on that musculoskeletal reciprocal, and then tap on the brain, the heart, and the gut brain. And that's something that BodyTalk practitioners can share with you as well. So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you do start using this. It's a great technique to use before you do a yoga class or receive a healing session. So many different ways that you can use it, and I'd love to hear how it works for you. So thank you so much.